So it's super hot time, and today I've got a special little pepper here. This is one that I was excited to grow this season. Let's try and get a better shot of that. And a bit closer, there you go. This is the Pimenta Da Dog. Isn't that a beautiful looking pepper? I mean, when they're fully ripe they're orange, but they do have these dark tones in them as well, because they halfway through the ripening they're purple, so you can still see a little bit of that in the pod there. Okay, there's not a lot about this pepper. It is in its F6 stage, which means basically it takes 8 seasons to get a pepper how you want it to great uniform, basically. So F6 means it's in its 6th season. So it's not quite grown out to how it should be, but I've got a feeling this is the shape that whoever the grower is looking for, because most of my peppers are this shape. Some are slightly a little bit bigger, some are smaller. The bigger ones aren't ripe, so this is about the ripest I've got at the moment. So this is the one I'm going to try. Yes, so not a lot of information, no videos. TJ Burns, the first one to do it, just like I did with the Armageddon last year. My highest viewed video, well over 12,000 views. I've no idea what it's up to right now. So, but I doubt this is going to get me that sort of attention. But anyway, this is a YouTube first, the Pimenta Da Dog. Let's read a little bit about it, and I'm going to go and look on the site where I ordered these from, which is Fatali Seeds. Which is where I get most of my seeds from. I use 2 Fatali seeds in the Hippie Seed Company. So whether this is something to do with them, a cross that they've come up with, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a cross between a Trinidad Dog and a Pimenta Da Dog. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's N-E-Y-D-E. So it's Dinade or Nade, I don't know. So Trinidad Dog, Pimenta Da Dog. This pheno, basically they call it a pheno because it's probably not the shape that they're trying to grow. I think they're trying to get it more naga, but it kind of cuts itself off before it becomes a naga, really. But I do have ghost peppers this sort of shape. So this pheno is orange when mature, can get very dark tones on the pod under full sun, but not as dark as some versions of this plant. And it says here extremely hot. On their meter it is 10++ on the meter. The aroma is just fantastic, super prolific too, definitely a must have for super hot lovers. And that's it, that's all the information I can give you. So the Scoville scale, let's get rid of my computer a minute, has not been mentioned, but it is extreme heat. So let's cut this open with my mask knife and have a look inside. Oh, so it's a very oily pod, very oily. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this because my focus ain't that brilliant, but you can see the oil on the blade tip there that it's left, which tells me I'm going to be in some pain. I'll look inside it here. We will get a better focus. If it takes me all blooming night, we'll get a better focus. There we go. It's oily. There's a fair bit of placenta in there, a few seeds. Smell. It doesn't smell floral, which is a good thing for me. I'm nearly 5 minutes in, TJ, you haven't even let the pod yet. Right, okay, hurry up, let's go. So, Pimenta Da Dog, down the edge. There's the salt. A little bit of floral come through there, but not enough to make me want to go like I normally do. Just not done. Really unusual flavour. Really not orangey, almost alcohol, like a liqueur, but a very, very hot one. Now the heat is starting to hit. It wasn't instant heat, but the heat was there straight away, but I'm going to dribble, you know. Super hot. I'm going to try and ride this one out, because it's not a floral pod. I haven't got a drink gallons to get it down. Great tasting pod. Now the taste is sort of dissipated because the heat is taking over. Real throat burn, real throat burn. It's a salivation pod. It's all in the throat at the moment, a little bit on the tip of the tongue, which when it's in the throat it makes it harder to talk, because your throat's closing. It's closing up. Heat attack. Now I'm getting whiskey chest. I didn't chew that one out very well because I wanted to just get it down. Floral pods, I've got no hope. I'll have to wash them down. I can't chew them for too long because it's like trying to chew a bar of soap. I just want to puke. But this, don't mind the flavour of this type of pod. There's a full on heat attack in the throat. Now it's at the back of my tongue. Oh, real throat attack. Brought a tear to my eye. Oh. You've seen me cry before. I don't need to show it up close. Million plus pod. Scoville heat wise, that is. Not sure what. 0.1, maybe 1.2 million, I would say. Surprising for a small pod like that. Not your typical scorpion, stinger and stuff like that on it. Pumpkin shape, sort of super hot. Well, that long thin naga shape. Interesting pod. Really good one. I think this is going to be a corker. Cooked in meals, curries and chilies and I don't know, noodle broth, whatever. You know, it needs to be something sort of aromatic. It's got spices in it and stuff like that. It'll work well. But also great for a super hot jam or marmalade. There's one for you, Andrew. The heat is it's peaked. You want to know my heat level? I think that one hit a 5. 5. Yeah, bordering a 6. 5.5. Let's say 5.5 out of 10 on TJ's heat level. The heat is dying off on the front now, because you can tell now I'm starting to be a bit more understanding. For those of you who understand an Essex boy, Cockney Essex boy, if you like, it's calming down now. So basically the endorphins are kicking in. It's the body's natural painkiller. And it's calming the heat down now. That's because of what my body is doing. It thinks it's dying, it thinks it's under attack. So the heat is now been transferred more towards the side of my tongue or front of my tongue. I can taste more now. So I'm getting that real sort of deep orangey, acidic, citrus
flavour now. Very, very citrusy pepper. Not so much like fruity as in berry sort of type thing, but citrusy fruit. And it's calming right down. So that was hot. That was the Pimenta Da Dog. I recommend that pepper. It's been a pleasure being the first one to review it, I think. If not, correct me, but I can't find anything about it. And I'm going to say we're looking at about 1.2 million on the Scoville. If they want any idea of another Pepperhead's view on that, which is pretty good for a small pepper like that. Unusual shape, unusual flavour, unusual type of heat attack as well. You know, it hit hard and it calmed down fairly quickly. It's still there, ball of fire. I've had a cold since Thursday. I spent the day in bed yesterday coughing my lungs up, so that is medicinal. Hopefully anyway, so I can put up with the cramps just to get rid of this blooming cold. So sorry that the videos were late this week, but there's a couple going on tonight. If you like the videos, hit that like button, subscribe, and that would really help my channel out and make this all worthwhile. Leave a comment for me in the comments area and I'll get back to you at some point, I promise you that. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, don't forget to share the videos, all that. You know what I do, you know, I don't want to sound repetitive. So to the Pepperburns family, thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you spending time with a Essex boy idiot like me. But I hope you've I've taught you a little bit about stuff and what I know anyway, and give you some entertainment, and I will continue to do so. So that was the Pimenta Da Dog review, super hot. Go to fataliseeds.net if you want to get the seeds for those. I will definitely be growing these again next season. It's a great pepper. I've been TJ Burns. I'll see you next time. Thank you all.